Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, and as you are watching this video will have just gone live. The official update preview of the Grim Forest from the Raid Shadow Legends channel. We're going to watch it here together. I'll react with you alongside you as we watch this. I have played a bit of the Grim Forest on the test server, so I'll be trying not to give away any test server secret info or whatnot. We'll see. I will be giving you obviously my gameplay of the test server as soon as that embargo lifts, whenever it does. I can tell you that there will be another embargo today as well, so there is another cool one of the big rewards that's coming in the Grim Forest. We'll see a bit of info on that later today. I might mention it if they show it in this video. We'll see. I'm not sure what to expect. Let's just dive in. Here it is, the Grim Forest. Let's take a look.
The holiday season is upon us, and we want to give you a glimpse at one massive present we've got prepared for you. So in this update preview, let's take a sneak peek at one of the most ambitious features Raid has ever seen. Welcome to the Grim Forest. Consider this a whistle-stop tour to whet your appetite. We'll cover all the precise mechanical details in a future feature guide. If you've braved the blood-soaked streets of the Cursed City, you'll feel right at home in the Grim Forest. It's a huge new map filled with dangers and treasure alike. But this is more than just Cursed City 2.0. We've really raised the bar with the Grim Forest. It is a haunted place blanketed in an eerie, unnatural fog. Not only...
One thing I can tell you, it feels absolutely massive, the map. Another thing, we saw a little sneak of it right there. If I replay this part,
just Cursed City 2.0. We've really raised...
There's this part up here that's all like purpley and dark and lightningy. Yeah, so that's really interesting. So I don't know, maybe that's the secret hard area? I'm not sure. I actually haven't got there on the test server yet. I tried to get there, and like the paths were just not leading there, so I'm not even sure how to get there quite yet. So I don't know what's in there, so I can't even give it away. But definitely it is, there's like a part of this fog that does look different, which is curious.
With the Grim Forest.
And I don't think it's the last boss there either. I think it's something else.
Haunted place blanketed in an eerie, unnatural fog. Not only will your line of sight be limited as you traverse this shadowy wilderness, but each monthly rotation will see the very paths and stages you previously walked shift and change. Moreover, the maps for normal and hard difficulties will differ.
Oh, cool. Oh, let's check this out. Okay, so... Yeah. This is what it seems. Yeah, interesting. So what I'm seeing here, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed in this, to be honest with you. I'm a little bit disappointed. Here's normal versus hard. Now, as you can see, like we've got this loop over here. It's the same. It's like this loop over here. Basically, the layout is the same. What is different is the actual nodes. So, for example, on normal versus hard, it's like a crypt, whatever the dude is, crypt king, something. He's there in both times, but he's just more powerful there. We can see, however, on normal, this is a chest, whereas on hard, this is an altar. Okay. On normal, we've got the treasure goblin boss here, whereas on hard, it's just this thing over here. So... And I think then each month, all this sort of stuff's going to move around. So I guess sort of anything could be anywhere. Now, I don't know. This is, you can see that the altar and the treasure chest are, what's the word? They're sort of like hexagon, like six-sided things, whereas these are the more pentagonal, like the five-sided squares. So I don't know if like this, for example, this Crypt King one, I'm guessing could be anything. It could be just a normal like E8 type room. Could be over here, right? It could just be a little room with a regular enemies and an experience boost. Could be up here. Like for example, it's a boss over here. It's just a regular little brew room over here. I don't know if this treasure chest could appear in these others though. I think like the encounters are sort of locked to these different regions. One thing we can see, actually, which again is kind of... Oh, no, actually, I take it back. I'm wrong. I didn't even look at the bottom. I take it back. You can see over here, this bottom path is actually totally different. Okay, so there is hope. There is hope. Oh, yeah, the bottom of the map is totally different. Okay, good. Okay. I'm not disappointed anymore. I'm still a little disappointed that the paths through are sort of the same. So it's probably a good idea to have a map to know how everything links up. It'd be kind of fun if the paths through it were randomized each month as well. That'd be nice. But I can see, for example, at the bottom, we've got this over here is now been replaced by a War Chief encounter, a bigger encounter. But this, you can see it's a six-sided, it's a hexagon. It's been replaced in hard by an actual stage. And then we've got hexagon over here that's become a chest. So yeah, I guess that pretty much anything could be on any point. I'm a little suspicious the fact that the top of the map is quite similar. I don't know. I don't know if like there's likely to be some places, or perhaps some of these are fixed points that are always there, but then some of them are random. Like looking at this bottom section for both, this line there is quite random. Okay, so never mind. I was hopeful coming into it. I got disappointed on the first look because I was seeing that all of the routes through seem to be identical. And it looked like they were just replacing the stuff on the stages, but the stages were kind of the same. Now it does look like actually there is some difference. Okay.
Making each foray into the Grim Forest a new experience. You'll always begin your journey at the old camp, the safest part of the map. From there are
Whoa.
5 more regions to explore, though the difficulty of stages in those regions can be mixed. Within those regions hide countless secrets and multiple bosses to battle,
Go back to
including
that.
7 powerful foes unique to the Grim Forest. You can only take so many actions per day, but there will be plenty of time to explore the map. Not only do you need to be selective about the path you take, but also the champions you choose to accompany you on this journey. When you first enter the Grim Forest for a particular rotation, you'll...
So what if we just go back to that for a second? So as you can see, each basically node that you step onto on the map costs you 1 energy to complete it. But like a lot of them, like these little footsteps, most of the time nothing is happening. So you actually will rip through this energy kind of quickly, and you can explore around. And I believe as well, like you can see, gosh, like this, I just want to look back at this part.
Safest
It's
part of
absolutely
the map.
massive.
From there,
Like if I like look at this, that you start up the old camp, but there's Ashfields, Black Shroud. I think that these the themes are probably going to stay sort of the same. I guess they must do. But like, I mean, look over here in this corner. We've got 3 different areas with presumably somewhat different enemies and stuff. Like that's 4 different areas just southwest of the old camp, which is, I guess, the center. And yeah, like the Frozen Hamlet. I'm guessing the Purple Storm place might be this thing up here. But yeah, there's like a whole bunch of stuff going on.
secrets and multiple bosses to battle. Okay, but there will be selective about the path you take, but also the champions you choose to accompany
So let's
you
take a
on
look
this
at the
journey.
decks.
When you first enter the Grim Forest for a particular rotation, you'll need to pick your squad of champions. Your squad is comprised of 2 team decks, with normal mode seeing you pick 10 champions per deck, and hard mode requiring 20 per deck. Whenever you enter a stage, the game will randomly select champions from both your decks, and you must pick which ones you bring into battle. You can redraw this champion selection up to 4 times a day, and you'll gain some abilities as you explore that give you more precise control over your team composition. But at some point, you'll need to play the champions you're dealt. As you explore the Grim Forest,
Yeah, very interesting. So, in terms of your deck, as you can see here, it's going to look something like this. It's going to pick some from each deck at random. You can see that they've created kind of balanced decks. There's a mix of like supports, healers, damage dealers, debuffers, all sorts on both decks. I'm not sure exactly. Perhaps there's going to be some shenanigans to it. And I think the number of champions, by the way, that it pulls from each deck, I think varies on the region. So in like the early regions of the Grim Forest, I think it's going to pull like loads of champs from your deck. So you're going to have a huge selection. I don't know how hard it gets, but I do think that the number of champions it will pull will get smaller and smaller as you go to the more difficult places, I think. I don't know the best deck This is very confusing to me. Or, well, not confusing. It seems to be like, they certainly seem to be insinuating that you want to build sort of like 2 balanced decks, but because it's always drawing from both of them, it might make more sense to have like 1 deck be supports and 1 deck be damage, because you're always going to want probably a couple of damage dealers for each fight. And then you're always going to want probably a couple of supports from each fight. So if you got 2 mixed decks, you could get really unlucky and get loads of damage from both decks, but very few supports. Or you could get loads of supports from both decks and very few damage. So yeah, it's kind of a funky one. I'm not 100% sure what's going to be ideal. You are also going to get these redraws per day, and I do think it's going to be somewhat likely that you're going to get stuck. There's 7 different bosses. You might get to a boss that, I don't know, let's say it requires, well, I think the perfect example is the Mimic boss. I don't know if they're going to show it off here. We've talked about the Mimic before, but the Mimic, he summons in a mini Mimic, he eats one of your champions, and whenever the Mimic takes a turn and the mini Mimic is there, he heals loads of his max HP. Now, one of the interesting things is you can use heal reduction against him to completely stop his healing. Now, Plarium have said, we're looking for feedback on that. Is that good? Or is it too much? Like, I don't know. I think that it makes it so much easier if you bring heal reduction. But there's not that many heal reduction champions in the game. Like, which of the... Has he drafted any heal reduction champions here? I'm not even 100%. Maybe Kantra can? I don't even know. But, you know, you might get to that Mimic boss, have no redraws left for the day, and then go, oh, well, I can't do it today. You have to wait for the next day and then redraw and hope that you get your heal reduction champion. So you might be stuck for a couple of days, even a few days, waiting for good luck on your draw to get the champion that you need to fight a particular boss. Maybe. I think people will find that very frustrating at the start. But as you saw, like, the map is absolutely huge. So I think even if you do and you go get stuck on a boss, you can't, there's like a million other different directions that you can move in. And then just make sure to save some redraws to redraw the stuff that you need for that particular boss. I think is what's going to happen.
Decks, and you must pick which ones you bring into battle.
So like here you can see you've got like the full selection.
You can redraw this champion selection up to 4 times a day.
That's really interesting. He's saying up to 4 times. I mean, we can see right there that he's got 2 redraws. So either he's used some already. It will regenerate per day. That's good as well. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, 4 redraws, that's fairly generous. Like, you know, you've got 4 attempts to draw the right stuff for a boss. But yeah.
Champion selection up to 4 times a day.
It will mean, sorry to interrupt again, it will mean, you know, certainly the first few rotations of this, we're probably just going to be finding our feet. But when you get a bit further on, probably the ideal thing to do will be to just, seeing as the routes through look to be almost always the same, it's just like to speed it towards, I guess, the edges of the map, which will tend to have the toughest bosses in them, right? Just to speed it towards there so that you can redraw for them. And then just like slowly clear out like the middle parts where it's really easy and you don't need any redraws because you can just smash it, right? But you're probably going to want to speed towards the side, maybe even the first rotation, speed off towards the side, get stuck at a boss that you need to redraw for so that your daily redraws, you can be redrawing for it as needed while you clear out the easy stuff that doesn't.
And you'll gain some abilities as you explore that give you more precise control over your team composition. But at some point, you'll need to play the champions you're dealt. As you explore the Grim Forest, you'll discover chests that contain all manner of rewards. But in the gloom, not all is as it seems.
Oh, there's the Mimic.
Some of these chests would prefer to dine out on you. If you fall foul on one of these mimics, hit it.
So yeah, this Mimic is quite interesting. The mini Mimic does not seem to have its own turn meter bar. I believe it takes turns when this big guy does. But again, for this boss here, you know, you're basically, he eats your highest crit damage champion. Whenever you get buffs, it reduces the cooldown. So it's really tough. It's like bring loads of damage and no buffs and just try kill this guy and not bring the mini Mimic chest back for a few turns and then try to focus damage the boss. So it's like loads of damage, which again could be difficult if you don't draft enough damage dealers. What do you do? I don't know. So maybe that's where you would want damage dealers in both decks and try to get loads of damage. Or the super easy way is just go, screw it, always have your mini Mimic available. I don't care. I'm bringing infinite buffs, but I bring heal reduction, and it fully counters the boss, right? But you just go, right, cool, I'm down 1 champion, no big deal, whatever. You can have him. I've got unlimited buffs. You've got your move off cooldown, but you can't do it because there's a mini Mimic there already. And the big punishment for having the mini Mimic, the boss heals, is just gone because heal reduction stops it.
With everything you've got. Who knows what treasures it will
He beat it, though.
Up.
Beat it in 5 turns.
Mimics. There's a particularly slippery customer that you'll encounter as you explore the Grim Forest, named Phrygius the Trove Master. This greedy thief delights in ambushing adventurers and robbing them blind. So why not give him a taste of his own medicine? If you encounter Phrygius on your travels, you'll have a limited number of turns to pile on the pain before he runs away like the coward he is.
And by the way, you could probably guess he's like a treasure goblin. The mimic is like an evil chest, right? I believe that these bosses you'll encounter potentially multiple times. You'll fight them multiple times in the Grim Forest. Whereas there's 7 bosses total. I believe the other 5 are one-time encounters only. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what it is. That these first 2 bosses we've seen, you're going to fight them lots and lots and lots. But yeah.
The more damage you deal, the more Grim coins and Grim gold he'll drop. You can use these
Yeah, so this guy, you can even see right here. Very interesting about this guy. Look, he's got no health. You don't kill this boss. He's sort of like a clan boss. He just keeps going. So you've got the 30 turns to do as much as you can. You got a little teaser of how it looks there at the end as well. I'll pause it.
The more damage you deal, the more Grim...
Oh, literally for a split second.
Grim
Oh, God.
coins.
I'm sure there's better ways. I'm a professional YouTuber. I should know how to do it. Oh, my God. I suck. Did it have he has it at an earlier point, but here you can see this is what the gold-plated bar looks like. They've smashed one. So yeah, you're just like smashing through this gold-plated bar. Whenever you deplete a chunk, it will do damage to the boss. One interesting thing from my testing is that it's only counting damage that you deal to the boss. It doesn't count damage you do to the gold plates. But when you smash a gold plate, it explodes. It does damage to him. It does damage to your characters as well. So that does count. But yeah, like if you're fighting this boss and he's rotating through his turns, he just replenishes his plates, right? If you never smash any plate, you're only like half damaging a plate each time. Like you're literally doing 0 damage to the boss.
Travels. You'll have a limited number of turns to pile on the pain before he runs away like the coward he is. The more damage you deal, the more Grim coins and Grim gold he'll drop.
But yeah, he's pretty interesting. It's a treasure goblin. Do as much damage as you can. Get loads of like these coin things to buy stuff. So yeah, it's cool.
You can use these ill-gotten gains to buy curios, Grim Forest specific gear from the vendor, alongside chests containing the shiny new Mercurial gear set, as well as other special items. Along with Mimics and Phrygius, you can encounter 4 other roaming bosses along the Grim Forest wind.
They look cool, man. They look cool. We've got, I don't know, sort of foresty, maybe poisony guy. I'm not sure. We've got vampire lady. We've got burning demon man. We've got spiky skull man. I don't know. Like I'd be like, potentially poisons, potentially leech, potentially burn, maybe reflect damage or taunt or something. I don't know. I'm curious to see what the bosses will be about.
These are small fry.
I don't know. I haven't actually seen most of them. There's the main bosses. So again, going back to what I said earlier, that's the main boss right there. He is not in that. Remember we saw that one purple spooky area on the map? He's not in it, right? So yeah, it's because you kind of be thinking like, oh, there's the final boss. He's over there, right? He's in the spooky area. But no. So that spooky area is something else. Like, is it the secret, really difficult area? Maybe. Is it just a normal area of the map that's a little bit harder than usual, but it's nothing special? I don't know, but it's just funny that it does look different. There's the final boss, though. There he is.
Compared to the menace that lurks at this land's heart. Meet Leshen, the Entangled One. This terrifying creature is the embodiment of the Gloomland's malice and acts as its wandering warden. Cutting this lumbering tree down to size is the ultimate goal of the Grim Forest game mode.
Now, I can tell you I haven't fought him yet, so they're probably going to explain it right now, but you have to find... I'm not sure what they even look like, but somewhere on this map, there are these 3 different crowns, and you need to collect those to actually fight the final boss. So, like, I found the final boss reasonably early, and I was like, oh great, let's fight him, and then it wouldn't let me. So yeah, you have to find the final boss. You also have to find 3 crowns. This game mode has a real sense of like, it's absolutely huge. Like, what is around the corner? Where is everything? It's cool.
You'll need to have collected 3 Grim crowns from specific battles against powered up mythical champions hidden around the map.
That's where they
are. Leshen won't come to this battle without backup. Remember those 4 roaming bosses I briefly mentioned? When your champions come knocking, Leshen will summon these 4 to fight alongside him in the final battle.
Oh my god.
They are Maximos, the Weeping Blade, Ishith, the Crimson Siren, Torres, the Bestial Flame, and Drognell, the Eternal Gatherer.
Oh.
If you want to fight 5 bosses at once, I certainly won't stop you. But it's generally a good idea to take out Leshen's posse of minions before going after the big bad tree. As you continue your fight through the Grim Forest, you'll level up your squad progress. Each level will unlock a new trait card.
Go back to this for a second. That's sick. So either it's, again, like I said, you can't just go straight to the final boss and get it done. You have to find those crowns anyway, which apparently drop off mythical champions. That's cool. Okay. But you have to get the crowns. So, I mean, I can tell you right now that I've actually seen a couple of these bosses. But I haven't seen a crown. So there's a pretty good chance you'll be able to just like kill off one of the, at least some of the bosses, these not mini bosses, actual bosses on the way to the final boss before you're even able to do him anyway. I don't know if there's a reason to fight him with all of these other bosses there. That seems insanely hard. I don't think there's a point to it, to be honest. Maybe there is. There's probably like a badge for your profile or something. We'll see. We'll find out though. Is there a reason to fight him with them? Or is it just making it harder just for the lols? I don't know. I just don't know. You've got a whole month to clear this out. So I don't think there's any reason not to take your time. That was cool to see a little preview of them. So yeah, we've got... Yeah, I mean, let's just go through them one by one where it showed them off here.
Alongside him in the final battle.
So that was her, by the way. So just the vampire lady, she's just put up 4... continuous heals on everything. So, I mean, right, like, she seems like a nightmare to deal with against this guy. Like, oh my god, you're fighting these bosses, and they're just gonna she's gonna be pumping out these just crazy heals, unless you've got block buffs, or maybe heal reduction, they might be immune, I don't know, or buff removal, but like, they've almost full turn meter, like, that just seems an absolute nightmare. So, I mean, gosh, trying to kill it with her there?
Alongside
I don't know, bro.
Final battle, they are Maximos.
And actually, I'm sorry, we're going. I'll pause it so we're not hearing the same thing. I also see we've got two new debuffs there. I don't know what they are. Yeah, one of them clearly is entangling the Duchess, and I'm guessing that she just the boss probably's done it with his active move. We kind of missed that, but let's see it actually happen right here. I think he's going to do it. So here he goes. It's literally called Entangle and Siphon. There we go. They're the two names, but it's removed all of her buffs. Probably she can't do anything. Doesn't look like she's gaining any turn meter. Yeah, I think did it remove all of her turn meter? Now, she didn't have any. Let's have a look. Yeah, so he removes all of her turn meter. So I guess it's like just out of the fight. I've no idea what Siphon does. Possibly it's sucking away her life to heal up the boss or something would make sense with Siphon. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know how you remove it or whatever, but that's interesting. Okay. So we have Maxima's the Weeping Blade. I'm sure they'll give us info on this as we go. Does look like probably poisons or something like that. He's got Poison Cloud as well. So you're going to need HP Burn, probably to fight him. Poison Cloud, or block buffs perhaps, to block the Poison Cloud.
Blade. Ishith.
This chick, we know that she puts out continuous heals on everybody.
Crimson Siren.
Hang on. Oh. She is placing block passive skills. That's rough. That. Hang on is it the first time? You might be saying, no, but I know that debuff. I think not. That's normal seal. Yo, is this the first Master Seal? It's been in the game since Carnage, but no one has had it. Why has it been in the game? Yeah, it's totally Master Seal. So Master Seal is a better version of Seal. So it blocks effects from gear sets and masteries and blessings. Cool. Now we need Super Duper Master Seal that would block relics as well. That's crazy. So block passives and Master Seal. Just turn off your blessings and stuff. That's right.
Siren. Torres, the Bestial Flame.
This guy burns and block active skills. Pretty nasty. Pretty nasty. It looks like he's got counter attack as well. But yeah, you're going to want to bring, I don't know. The burns aren't too bad, but block active skills kind of nasty. Maybe block debuffs, or maybe he ignores it. I don't know. Something to get rid of that.
Drognell, the Eternal Gatherer.
He's cool. He's cool. So he looked tankier when we just saw his head. He's kind of a little skinny. He still looks kind of tanky. But yeah, that looks like maybe it's a block active skills potentially type move as well. He's got freeze as well. Looks like he might be slowing you down. So like depleting turn meter, slowing you down. Does look like some reflect damage shenanigans. So like freezing you, tanky, stop you taking turns, reflect damage back maybe.
If you want to fight 5 bosses at once, I certainly won't stop
Boss
you.
just hit Duchess for
it's generally a good idea to
damage.
take out Leshen's posse of minions before going after the big bad tree. As you continue your fight through the Grim Forest, you'll level up your squad progress. Each level will unlock a new trait card, a passive stat boost that will empower your entire squad in this.
Yo, look at all that. So this guy, he's got 3 uncommon, 3 rare, and 2 legendary. Look at all these stats. He's got 85% HP, 55% attack, 50% defense, 100 accuracy, 37 bonus speed, 80 bonus resist, 60% crit damage, 4% crit rate's not too exciting, 5% ignore defense is nice. But wow, so collecting these cards is going to be insane. Woo.
Game mode. You can also upgrade your curios to gain additional abilities for champions in this game mode.
Yo, go back. Okay, a couple more things in here to unpack as well. If I go back just a... Okay, so number 1, altars. 1 aid altar, redraw altar. So, ooh, more redraws. There's only 1 aid altar, though. You've got to find that 1 aid altar in that entire map. I don't know what it does. It's probably good. 5 curio altars. And then you can see slotting in all these curios as well. So yeah, this is how you're going to power up. So I guess as you do stuff, you power up. You're getting more of these cards for huge stat bonuses. You can find altars for permanent bonuses. The curios you slot in. I wonder if these reset each rotation or if you can permanently level them up, kind of like relics. I don't know.
Boost that will empower your entire squad in this game mode. You can also upgrade.
We've got these relics. Choose active curio up to 6. You can have 6. And only ones you've collected. Yeah, I don't know if these will reset each time or if they'll be permanent.
You can also upgrade your curios to gain additional abilities for champions in this game.
So for example, the Hypnotic Statuette places a stun debuff for 1 turn on a random enemy on every 8th, 7th, or 5th turn taken by ally champions. Cannot be resisted. Probably all the bosses are immune to stun. That'd be very, very helpful for any wave-based content though.
Game mode. You'll want a fully upgraded set of these powerful trinkets to take Leshen down.
Oh, we're getting some more info here. Okay, so Amulet of Reaching Roots decrease enemy resistance by 5, 10, or 20%. So yeah, they seem to get way stronger at rank 3. Do we see some other ones? I don't think so.
You can view all your progress via your squad profile, but keep in mind, your squad progress level and curios will reset with each Grim Forest rotation.
Okay, there we go.
Each new rotation means a new...
Couple of cards there to see. I guess these are the actual cards that he had. So Tome of Invigoration. This is up to 4-star for HP percent and speed. Hail of Doom, 40% crit damage, 4% crit rate. Okay, cool. The legendary one.
With each Grim Forest...
Whoa, the Scrying Orb. Only 1-star, 5 speed, but 80 accuracy, 80 resistance. Insane.
Rotation. Each new rotation means a new map layout to explore, new strategies to employ, and more goodies to find. Finally, let's talk rewards. Alongside mode-specific resources, you can unearth chests that contain all manner of goodies, including champion fragments and souls to summon and...
Damn, treasure. So this is your big... I think this is the big chest at the bottom.
Goodies, including champion fragments and souls to...
So big chest at the bottom. Oh, it's a mythical gemstone. Oh, and a legendary. So either they've cherry-picked a good chest here, right? Like, I could cherry-pick my Chimera Clash chest and be like, wow, Chimera Clash, you get a mythical gemstone. That's happened like once since Chimera came out a year ago. Once. And there's like Chimera every week. That was like 50 chests, and once I got the mythical. So I don't know. Maybe they cherry-picked, or maybe this is actually going to be a properly good source of some higher rarity gemstones for Not Circle, which is cool. We're getting 10 mythical champion fragments in there. And yeah, again, pretty difficult to cherry-pick. I'm seeing that all of the gear is 6-star. You got 5 rings, 1 necklace. They're all 6-star, and half of them are mythical. That's good. I bet on normal difficulty it's going to be a bunch of 5-star gear still, but at least on hard it's all 6-star. That's good.
Summon and awaken Anaxia, the Reborn, a brand new mythical champion only available via the Grim Forest. On top of that, you can earn
We'll have the video later today is going to be looking at Anaxia, so we'll talk more about that then.
Cursed remnants, relic crafting materials for a new relic group, and gear from the previously mentioned Mercurial set.
Cool.
This new set excels at protecting valuable champions with its bonuses to HP, resistance, and speed, as well as stacks of a brand new buff called Total Guard. Each Total Guard stack prevents an instance of any damage or negative effects. That's pretty strong, right? Just be mindful that bosses can strike through Total Guard, so don't rely on it as your trump card. Like with Doom Tower and Cursed City, you can also secure...
I actually haven't tested the Total Guard yet. One thing I'm seeing there... What does Mashal do on that move? Does he try to steal buffs? Hang on, because he used that move and it was blocked. So Mashal... well, I'll test it properly and do a whole video. Never pull Mashal, by the way. So steals all buffs before attacking, puts heal reduction, then puts some stuff on him. So he just tried to use that against Duchess.
Negative effects.
So he used it against Duchess. Now she had block debuffs, but with the 3 total guard stacks, it consumed 1, totally stopped the damage, stopped the buff removal, and no debuffs happened either. I'm not sure what block debuffs had to do with it, or I don't know if she resisted. No, it's just stopped it. So it looks like the 1 total guard stack prevented everything from Mashal's A3, which makes it way stronger than I thought it might be.
Just be mindful that bosses can strike through Total Guard, so don't rely on it as your trump card. Like
for that one, for the boss, so he's come in with, he just done an A1?
Just be mindful that bosses can strike through Total Guard, so don't rely on it as your trump card.
I think he just did an A1.
Like
by the way, sorry to keep pausing. He does have counterattack. His boss does have counterattack. And a protected shield, a big protected shield as well. Ooh-wee. Okay, so that move's going to be big protected shield. And then this move, I think, is burn and block active skills. Pretty nasty stuff. Yeah. So interesting. So the bosses will hit through Total Guard. So I guess Total Guard just does nothing, or does it? The damage still goes through, but maybe it stops boss debuffs. Probably bosses just ignore the buff entirely. I don't know.
Like with Doom Tower and Cursed City, you can also secure bragging rights by scoring high on the Grim Forest rankings. If decking your account out with a sweet new look is more your thing, you can earn yourself a shiny new avatar frame as well. So, that's your whistle-stop tour through the Grim Forest and the numerous perils that lie within. Keep your eyes peeled for a more comprehensive feature guide coming soon, along with videos from our expert content creators, who will dive deep on every aspect of this new game mode. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for all the latest and greatest in Raid.
Cool.
Until next time.
Sweet. Well, there we go, folks. Yeah, so we deep dove into this video, but yeah, pretty sick. Again, like, initial impressions, this mode looks super cool. So it seems like you're going to get really strong power-ups as you go. Yeah, it's pretty hype. Again, the routes through the map seem like they won't change. So you can definitely know like the rough routes around the place for sure. But it does seem like where actual nodes are going to be is going to be completely different, which is cool. So yeah, we'll see how that actually ends up working. But yeah, it looks like it's absolutely massive. There's loads to explore. Again, I'm not sure exactly what the deck strategy stuff is going to be. Definitely managing your redraws is going to be important because you will definitely get to bosses and be like, I have not pulled the stuff that I need. I've not got heal reduction for the Mimic if that ends up working. For like this guy, you clearly want buff removal or preferably probably block buffs. Guess what? If you don't have your block buff champion, you're probably going to need a redraw. Yeah. So definitely versatile champions are going to be really important. Get your Ashnar against this guy. Be pretty nice, right? Turn those burns into heals. That could be cool. I don't know. So yeah, we'll see. But let me know what you think about it. The curios are interesting. Yeah, we'll see which ones actually end up being good. So many bosses. Like, wow. I genuinely I'm really hyped. This to me, I stick by what I said in my first impressions of this mode. It doesn't want to give me just a normal view. I stick by what I said that this seems like what Cursed City should have been, right? Where you're actually exploring around, you know, choosing your path, lots of different ways to go, lots of stuff to uncover, loads of new bosses, interesting power up stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It seems cool. It seems real cool. Anyway, that's it for this one. Let me know your thoughts on this. It's kind of the first big proper look that we've got, so I really wanted to go as in depth as I could. Let me know if you spotted anything in this teaser stuff as well that I missed, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.